Welcome to the UpNext AI podcast. It's Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, and here's what matters in AI today. Meta is making a renewed case for AI that people can run and control themselves. The company has released Muse Glimmer, an open-weight model positioned around Mark Zuckerberg's vision of personal superintelligence. Highly capable personal agents, creative tools, tutoring, and scientific assistance available to individuals rather than only large institutions. A latent space roundup describes Glimmer as Meta's return to broadly available open weights with a companion model, Muse Spark, promised later. The strategic argument is clear even if the outcome is far from settled. Meta is betting that widespread access to capable personal AI will distribute power more broadly than a world where the strongest systems are available mainly through corporate or government platforms. That framing also carries real tensions. Zuckerberg's vision acknowledges risks around cyber misuse, bioterrorism, control of advanced systems, infrastructure, and the possibility that a single centralized superintelligence could accumulate too much power. Meta's answer is not centralization, but many agents and many model providers with differing values. For builders, Muse Glimmer makes that debate concrete. The choice between owning the model stack and simply accessing a hosted service is becoming a product decision, not just a philosophical one. That bigger strategic pitch is accompanied by a more practical release. Simon Willison reports that Muse Glimmer is a 30 billion parameter multimodal model under the Apache 2.0 license. Meta says it is optimized for end-to-end agentic tasks, reliable tool use, and multi-step reasoning across extended workflows. The local deployment angle is particularly notable. Willison tested an 18.6 gigabyte version through LM Studio and found it usable alongside other applications on a machine with at least 32 gigabytes of memory. He also tested the model with a coding agent plugin against a fresh code base, where it used tools to explore how authentication worked and tried its image description capability. Those are individual tests, not a substitute for a broad evaluation. Still, the release points to a useful shift in the market. Capable, agent-oriented, and vision-capable models are increasingly being packaged for local experimentation. That gives developers more control over deployment and data flows, while putting more responsibility on them to test reliability, tooling, and safety in their own environments. For the research note, a new paper asks a deceptively important question for anyone building voice products. When an automated evaluator says synthetic speech sounds natural, is it measuring what people actually hear? The researchers break naturalness into 10 perceptual dimensions and build a benchmark of 860 utterances annotated by trained linguist raters. They then test 4 mean opinion score predictors, systems designed to estimate human quality judgments, and 4 audio language model judges. Their key result is that the score predictors largely collapse onto acoustic signal quality. The audio language model judges could detect some issues, but their performance was selective and depended on the prompt. It did not generalize across all of the speech dimensions the researchers measured. Neither group reliably captured a broad range of linguistically structured speech errors. The team has released its dataset, annotation schema, and evaluation code. The caveat is that this is one study, but its takeaway is useful. A single automated naturalness score should not be treated as a full proxy for listener experience. Voice teams need evaluations that distinguish clean audio from correct, expressive, intelligible, and linguistically natural speech. Are you building apps with voice? Elevate your app's voice capabilities with 11 Labs. Their API is a game changer for embedding dynamic, responsive voice interactions in your applications, providing unprecedented realism, flexibility, and latency. In fact, you're listening to one of their voices right now. If you are a developer looking to elevate user experience with natural voice interfaces, this is your solution. Visit upnext.fm/11 to check out their latest offerings. OpenAI has expanded its Daybreak cyber defense program and introduced GPT 5.6 Cyber through Daybreak Red for authorized vulnerability research, exploit validation, and security testing. TechCrunch reports the broader initiative comes as AI-led attacks multiply. OpenAI is positioning the model for defensive work rather than general access. The Financial Times reports that Wall Street groups are working with Nvidia to assemble a proposed $500 billion funding package for AI infrastructure. If it comes together, the effort would show how AI's build-out is moving beyond chip purchases toward large-scale financing for the physical systems behind compute. And Google has announced new AI tools and agentic experiences across Google Ads and Google Analytics aimed at simplifying marketing workflows. For marketing teams, the significance is less a single feature than the continued shift of AI assistance into the platforms where campaign and measurement work already happens. Before we wrap up, a quick note. This podcast is generated with the assistance of AI and is intended for informational purposes only. All referenced articles, research, and commentary remain the property of their original authors and publishers. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. And that's your briefing for today. Full source links are in the episode notes, and we'll be back tomorrow with what's up next.